We've had a look at the different options we've set up, and we've made some choices. We've understood the implications of those choices in terms of getting some extra insights into them, and we're ready to choose one of the options to go and implement. To do this, we go to the Program tab, and we select the option to deliver. Here we will choose option 1. Next, we click on Realise. We get the 3 realisation tabs appear at the bottom. The first one is around benefit measures. This tab gives us the outcomes and the measures that have been set up, and is really around understanding the trends or the trajectory of benefits. So for example, here with the reduced cost outcome, we've got our measure of cost of IT, and we can see on the right a table of some information. We've got an expected value over time, which is also shown on the graph below as a green line, and we've got a row there for some actuals. So as we progress, we can put in the actual values of those measures, and we can start understanding if they are on track or not. We can also, using the buttons at the top, add some rows for extra information in, such as the baseline. You can also add the different thresholds. So if we select the critical threshold, you can see the upper and lower thresholds, as well as the red line you can see there on the graph. Likewise, if we add the moderate ones, you can see an amber line, and also the values for those that we set up when we first created the benefit measures. As the program progresses, data will be entered into here, and we will see it appear on the graph as a purple dot. If it is within moderate tolerances, it will be green. If it is outside the critical threshold, it will turn red. And you can see the state or status on the left there next to each measure. You can also add extra text to document some information around the actual measure that's just been entered. This is useful to add some extra content and information that may help people when they are looking at these values. Now Realisor estimates based on the choices and the values that have been put in during the model and optimise stage. But it may be that for some period you want to override those estimates, so you can put in some user expected values. We can actually override the values by putting something into the user expected row, then double clicking on the expected value, and you will see the expected value changes. So this tab, the Benefit Measures tab, is great for understanding all the measures and the direction that they are going in. So if something is going outside of the expected values, then we can see it using that screen, and then start using the outcome map to find out the root cause of it. So which capabilities might not be delivered, or which processes may not be on track, as we start using the results to actually understand that. We also want, for the financial measures, not just to understand that they are going in the right direction, but also some cumulative totaling. So we might want to say, actually, what is the total cost saved so far in this programme against what we have expected to save? This is where the Financial Measures tab comes in. Here we can see the financial measures, and it is the same process to go through, enter actuals, and so on. The third tab is the Activity Costs tab, which shows for each capability the level of resource required. We can see what level of resources is expected for each process within each capability, and you can see there on the right there is a graph showing resource levels and a grid showing expected and actual resources. You can put your actuals in there and it will keep a check of what is actually happening against what is expected to. So in a similar way, you can start having a look at the variations and investigating those. You can also add in extra resources that are used that weren't expected when you did the planning. And on the reports, there is a main set of 3 there to look at cost, benefit and resource progress against the plan. So this process will continue on throughout your programme. You may find you want to replan, so change things around in the model and the activities and the resource levels, and then rerun optimise and then carry on again as well. So Realisor really does allow you to go from initial ideas all the way through to ongoing operation and management, all with the benefits focus.